Hello you all. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? How are you? Now, before I start, antes de que empiece quiero decir algo. Vamos a estar en esta unidad viendo mucho lo que son las crónicas. ¿Qué es una crónica? Vamos a ver su significado. Vamos a hacer una comparación entre lo que es una crónica, un relato histórico en orden sobre alguna situación. Un relato histórico. Vamos a estar viendo su definición, como dije antes, y vamos a estar leyendo. Vamos a leer mucho y es muy importante la lectura, tanto para la comprensión de la misma, que tú puedas leer algo, que puedas entender las partes que la integran, cuál es el inicio, cuál es el final, cuál es el desarrollo, pero también entender e identificar palabras que están en pasado, poder identificarlas, saber su significado. La lectura te va a ayudar muchísimo en la comprensión, pero también a desarrollar una mejor pronunciación de las palabras. Tenemos que estar leyendo para poder identificar dónde tenemos esos pequeños errores que vamos a corregir. Recordar cuestiones básicas de pronunciación, cómo se pronuncia una doble E, cómo se pronuncia una doble O, cuál es la pronunciación cuando encuentro la combinación de una E y una A, o una A y una Y. We need to know that. Así que, sin más introducción, vamos a leer lo que dice aquí nuevamente. El product is a comic. Van a elaborar un cómic en base a un relato, una crónica. And we're going to interpret historical chronicles to compare cultural aspects of Mexico and English-speaking countries. So, what is an English-speaking country? What is a chronicle? Let's start with that. So let's begin with this one. We're going to write chronicles meaning. Chronicles meaning. It autofills. What is a chronicle meaning? It's a factual written account of important or historical events in the order of their occurrence. Of course, we need to know and understand that this is related to history. Okay? So let's copy a definition for that. Please open your notebook and write this definition down on it. Chronicles. A chronicle is a historical account of events arranged in order of time, usually without analysis or interpretation. Write this definition on your notebooks. Now, this is important for me to tell. I told the same to the students in 5th grade. You are at home and you are young and you have a lot of tools at your disposition. So you can just copy the definition. In case you don't know the meaning of some of the words, and just come here, copy it, write it here or type it here, and you're going to find the definition itself. And also, as I said before with them, with the students from 5th grade, you can also get a pronunciation of the words.
Chronicles. A chronicle is a historical account of events arranged in order of time, usually without analysis or interpretation.
Crónicas. Una crónica es un relato histórico de eventos organizados en orden de tiempo, generalmente sin análisis ni interpretación.
So kids, you have the tools. You can use this. You can come here and write it, and then you will know the meaning of the words. So please use that. Now the second part. What I want you to do is to try to find English-speaking countries. English-speaking countries. And of course, you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a map. I asked the children, the students in 5th grade, to do that. And you can come with the information, either written here, you're going to have a lot of information, or you can just come and look for the pictures, for the images of it. I like this one. I like this one because it shows where you can find these English-speaking countries. For example, in North America, in Africa, in Asia, Europe, Oceania, Australia, and you can find them. The United Kingdom, Canada, United States of America, South Africa, India, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland. In class I asked, what is the language they speak in Australia? And some of the students don't know. So we need to find which countries speak the language that we are trying to learn. Remember that you're going to use English in secondary school, in high school. Whenever you go to college, to university, you're going to use English. So it's very important for you to know where you can learn it. Imagine that you're going to travel there and you're going to learn it in the country. Why not in the origin of the language, in England, in the United Kingdom? Okay, so English-speaking countries and the differences that we have in their chronicles compared to ours. So, for the next part, we're going to do the reading of this text, and then we are going to answer several questions. First of all, this is wrong. It says tapke. Tapke does not have any meaning at all. Tapke, no. But table means something. Table is this. Okay, reading. Let's start. Please read with me and try to pronunciate. Try to do it aloud. Una manera de empezar a desinhibirse es hacer una lectura en voz alta. Ahí en nuestro lugar, donde estudiamos, en nuestra recámara, pero estar leyendo en voz alta, eso nos ayuda mucho a perder la vergüenza y a pronunciar. Muchas veces lo vamos a hacer mal. Nadie nace sabiendo, así que te puedes equivocar, pero lo que no puedes es dejar de intentarlo. So we're going to try this one, okay? Late on the night of September 15th, 1810. Recuerden que los años, remember that the years are said in pairs. First, the first two, 18, and then the second part, 10. 1810. The years, los años, no los números. Cuando tú dices un número es diferente, pero los años son de 2 en 2. 1810. We're going to start again. Why not? Empecemos de nuevo, ¿por qué no? Late on the night of September 15, 1810, a priest named Father Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla started the revolution against Spanish rule. First, he rang the bell of his church in Dolores Hidalgo. A crowd gathered and he stood on the steps of the church and told them to fight for liberty. The next day, the rebels declared independence from Spain. Mexico finally defeated Spain in 1821. Now, we need to complete the table based on this. What is the date? What is the setting? Who are the people involved? You're going to copy this table and write the answers here. Also, please copy the chronicle. Then you're going to do this exercise, this matching exercise. When did it happen? Where did it happen? What did Miguel Hidalgo do first? What did he tell the crowd to do? When did the rebels declare independence? When did Mexico defeat Spain? So you're going to match it. You're going to make lines. If possible, do it in a different color so it can be easy for me to understand if you completed correctly the exercise or not. Okay, so you have this. Remember that you're going to answer, you're going to do that depending on the question words that we have here. You have when, where, you have several whats, and a couple of whens. So you need to know what these words mean in order to understand what you're going to do. After that, copy and answer that. What you're going to do next is read the next one here. You're going to read this other chronicle. This is about Independence Day, but not in our country, but in a country that speaks English, an English-speaking country. People in the United States celebrated the Independence Day yesterday, July 4th. I was with my cousins in Houston, and I thought it would be like September 15th in Mexico, but it was totally different. First of all, Independence Day is not on September 15th. It's on September 16th. I'm not sure why they keep making that mistake, but it's September 16th, not 15th in Mexico. But it was totally different. Here in the United States, people celebrated with barbecues in their homes, and they watched the fireworks from there. In Mexico, we celebrated Independence Day in the plaza, and we said, Viva Mexico! We watched the fireworks were there. We also ate enchiladas and sopes and wore big hats. There was one thing in common in both countries. We all displayed flags in cars and homes. So as you can see, we have differences between an English-speaking country like the United States, but also things that are similar in both countries. Now, after reading this and copying that, you're going to answer this question. This is not going to take more than 10 minutes. When did people in Mexico celebrate Independence Day? How did people in the United States celebrate Independence Day? Where did people in Mexico go to say Viva Mexico? Where? What did people in Mexico eat there? What did people in Mexico and in the United States display in Independence Day? Once again, we have question words. When? How? Where? What? Remember that when you say when, you answer with dates, time. When you say how, you're going to answer with the way things are done. When you say where, you're going to talk about places, like a city, like the town, a country. When you say what, you respond with things. What did people eat there? What again? What did people have in common? What do they display? If you have a little bit of a problem trying to understand the meaning of some words, go and look for them in the dictionary. It's okay to use it. You can do it. You are learning English, and what we want you to do is to do it in the proper way. Once that you have this, please send it to my email. Okay? I hope that we can meet in the future and we can answer this one here. Okay, so see you, and I hope that you have learned a little bit about this. Please keep practicing. Remember that the practice is the only thing that is going to help us to achieve our goal, that is to learn English. Take care, kids. Bye-bye.